Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan battle video, and today we are doing the Wipe Out the Clones event, and this is versus STR. Now, as opposed to my last run where I kind of did this wonky like Piccolo Krillin run, or not Piccolo, but the LR Cell and Krillin run with the AoE strat, this is an example of doing a more traditional strat where I'm just building a really good cohesive team that all fits the category with a bunch of units that can do additionals. And so this does really showcase like Android 21. Because we want AGL units, and then remember, Android and Earthbred Fighter are the two categories. So what we can do is we can just run an Android 21 lead. I think Android 21 or Gamma 2 makes an excellent lead for this, because they both have a bunch of additionals. You see Gamma 2 here is just wiping the floor with the clones. So between, having Android 21 and Gamma 2 on both rotations, essentially, you're always going to have units that are just wiping out multiple clones at once. So I actually found this one to be probably the easiest one, because I didn't really have to come up with a weird approach. I could just build a team that all was cohesive, that all fit on Android 21's leader skill, right? And we were all good to go. So it definitely worked out just fine. Now, excuse me, Gamma 2 flat out leads Android. So using Gamma 2 as the leader maybe would have been a little bit easier to build the team, but I wanted to feature 21, and I knew 21 had a bunch of additionals built in, and you can see here, she's just going crazy, throwing the stuns in, which don't even matter, because these guys don't really do damage to you, right? But you really do have to kind of get the category and typings they want, otherwise you won't deal nearly enough damage. Because look at this, Android 17 only at like 1 point something mil, like very weak attack stat, still did like a 3 mil crit and one-shot him, right? So, whereas I could have had somebody else doing a 10 mil attack stat that was like the wrong typing and probably only do like 500k damage. So they have like a lot of damage reduction if you're not doing the right typings. So once again, in case you didn't see the last video, the strategy for this event, once again, I don't think the event is hard at all. It's just that I think the first 4 waves are pretty much free. Like, you're always going to get those done because they give you multiple turns. Because all the challenge of the event is you have to wipe them out within a certain amount of turns. And I think it's like the first 2 waves you get 3 turns, and then the next 2 waves you get 2 turns per wave. But then the last wave is where you get 1 turn. So all you're really doing is just trying to set up and make sure you're prepared for the last wave, that you have enough AoE or units that are doing additionals to take care of it. So my previous video featured physical LR Cell and physical Krillin on a really wonky, weird setup with like just a 120 lead. And even that was enough to get it done because of the AoE damage and because they were the right typings, right? This here, like I said, this is like more like a 200% lead situation. Most of the units are getting 200. Some are only getting 170, but for the most part, this is like kind of a 200% build. And then, like you're seeing here, Gamma 2 and Android 21 just go crazy. And that's like the other like strat that you can do to beat it. Now, there is going to be another run that I'm going to post, which is, I think it was against Physical, because I was using an STR team. And that one I found difficult to kind of do a traditional method with. So I actually did like a nuking method for that one. So stay tuned for that one, and you're going to see kind of a nuking method for the STR versus Physical. So kind of 3 different strategies, right? Like traditional AoE, just traditional like normal team build, and then like kind of a nuking strat. Because I actually used the nuking lead for my STR team, so I actually had to bring like orb changing items. It was a very interesting run, but it actually went pretty smooth. It wasn't bad at all. So we'll talk about that one when I post that one. All right, so right here, I think this is wave 4. I think I've taken them all out in one try. We'll let, Android 21 do her thing. But I am really liking her. I think she's a great unit. Still working on getting her rainbow. It hasn't happened yet. We're kind of at like a standstill, though, on the event. Like, I've done everything that's come out. So I have no stones to earn right now other than like small little dailies, right? So part 2, though, I think is going to be dropping soon. We're going to have an EZA for the LR 16, 17, and 18, which is really good. There'll definitely be some stones there, and they're going to add some more events in. So hopefully with whatever stones I get from that, we can maybe get the Rainbow 21. That would be great. Honestly, I would probably prefer just to get more physical 21s than actually rainbowing my AGL one. Because my AGL one at 90% is perfectly fine, but I don't like my 55% physical 21. I would love to get at least the dupe into her, right? Okay. So here we're on turn 5. I haven't been fully paying attention, but this might be the last wave. So we'll see how it goes here. But yeah, you just see like Android 21. I think this is because I have Android 21 and Gamma 2, and I'm like, yeah, there's no way this is over. Like, between having both of them on the same rotation, they're just going to do 500 million bajillion attacks. And they're like one-shotting if they're getting supers. Like, the normals don't. But you see she's getting so many additional supers still, too. So 21 alone has taken out 3 clones already. So it's pretty much a guaranteed win, provided the last 2 units one-shot. Which Gamma 2 is pretty much guaranteed to just finish it here. So 7 mil attack stat, definitely enough to get it done. And then there's no way Gamma 2 is just going to additional normal all the way through. Yep, and then just another additional at 8 mil. Alright, and then we'll make sure that this was actually the last wave. But this, I would say, as opposed to my last run, which was a very, like, not clean run, this was, like, an extremely clean run, right? Like, every wave, just one phase, super easy, just bringing units that do a lot of additional. So, anyways, guys, let me know how you handled the stage. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.